Zesty Sonnet is the main hero, or should I say main antagonist, but also the main villain of the Project Tether story. And the best way to explain this, and the best way to clarify this, is to emphasize that he is not actually a hero, he's a villain who happens to be the main protagonist. And that's the right way to explain it, I guess you could say. Because his villain character in his story, who is actually the hero, is the main antagonist, Pale Hatchet. And she is someone who has similar and different aspects compared to Zesty himself that would actually make for a really good story if they were actually to rival each other that well throughout it. I think Zesty was written to be someone who was very simple and straightforward, but also happens to know that there are things he could do that make him interesting, that already have made him very enticing for other people. He's very clever and lucky. He happens to actually be an anarchist, so he does have a few out there beliefs that make him stand out in the crowd. But he does have one mission in mind, and that is his goal to allow coercion to be stopped in the most sustainable way possible. And not just in little ways that he's probably able to do in the meantime, but to actually prevent people from being forced to do anything, even if they are responsible in the process, which is probably his other personality trait, is that he cares a lot about personal responsibility. As compared to Pale Hatchet, whose goal is who as a complicated character as she is already, her goal is to be inescapable, because she wants to seek a way to allow people to not outrun her in a metaphorical sense, because that way she'll be able to engage in context fundamentally and emotionally speaking that will allow her to understand the world better and to engage possibilities and opportunities where they lie. So the reason that this contrasts from Sonnet's case, and the reason that it still makes him kind of similar to her, is that the similarity is that they both happen to know that they're missing something, and that they also can be simple or complicated for different reasons, because life can be whatever the heck it can be. But the reason that they become rivals is because in order for Zesty to prevent coercion, he has to also prevent people like Pale from getting their inescapability. And that threatens Pale, so Pale has to combat Zesty by having to achieve her inescapability in a way that threatens Zesty's coercion prevention. So this creates a very interesting dynamic between a simple character and a complicated character. I'm not underestimating the simplicity, but also giving the beauty of the complexity a chance. And that's where the story really takes off. I'm going to probably give more updates on the story in the claymation process for the first pilot of the bigger project of this intermediate level, some point around my birthday in March 4th, 2022. And if I don't, then I'll probably just update what I do with the story or the claymation otherwise. Or if I don't go straight into the pilot as prepared as I have been for years, making these claymations and short films, then I'll go back to making them again and then see if I can do it again later on. But yeah, I should be able to make something prepared for it in a good enough time. I'm a fast animator, and I'm an even faster learner. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.